Hello and welcome to a surprise bonus extra episode of A Muggle's Perspective. I'm your perspective rogie. I don't have any muggles with us today, but I am joined by two longtime listeners, first and second time callers, Nate and JT. How are you guys?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing great. Thanks
I'm good. I think we'll just kind of get started. The long-time, really devoted listeners may remember Nate from back in the Chamber of Secrets days, right? I think you came on.
Yep.
Yeah. And JT's new to, I think we've mentioned you on the pod, right?
I actually called in once.
Did you call in? Okay.
Yeah, but I was driving home through a snowstorm,
Nice.
and I was in a spot that had horrible reception, so it just didn't show up.
Right.
So,
Well, then, yeah, I mean, I guess if you're the most hardcore Chad level fan, you might remember JT's voicemail. So guys, just tell us a little bit about, we'll start with JT, I guess, the newest guest that we could possibly be having. How'd you get into Harry Potter or even the podcast and, all the normal stuff, Hogwarts House, Overmorning House, big favorite period of Emma Watson. What are your credentials?
so I got into Harry Potter when the books were first coming out, and then honestly lost track of them for a little bit.
Nice.
And then got back in college. Started rereading them and really got back into them.
Classic small Christian college.
Right, exactly.
That's what everyone's
exactly.
doing.
Hogwarts House, Ravenclaw,
Nice.
Ilvermorny House. What was it? Thunderbird? I think we went over it before.
I think
what was it?
We're picking
Thunder
from
something?
the list of ones we can remember.
Yeah. Favorite Emma Watson period?
Yeah.
Really, any period?
Really?
Yeah, she is.
You're outing yourself as
wonderful.
being a big fan of 11-year-old Emma Watson, then, which is problematic to say the least. I don't know.
Just take me back in time, and
right.
that's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
You're talking about time traveling.
Exactly.
Okay. I kind of start at third movie where I don't feel weird about it as much.
Where she throws the punch.
Yeah, and she's like, "Is that really what my hair looks like from the back?" Like that kind of Emma Watson.
And that's when you knew.
That's when I knew. It was when I was in high school, it was bad. People knew how I felt about Emma Watson.
It wasn't your Emma Watson backpack that gave you away. It was
No, it was my membership to Emma Watson's official fan page, EmmaWatsonOfficial.com or whatever. That was probably what did it. Nate, you want to reintroduce us to yourself a little bit?
We all met in college. I've actually heard this story from a lot of different people where my older brother was the one who got into Harry Potter. And of course, I grew up in a very small conservative Christian home where Harry Potter was not allowed.
Nice.
So the rebellious side of my brother, which he always was and continues to be to this day, pulled me aside, and I'm playing Nintendo 64.
Okay.
And he's like, hey, I just found something better than video games.
Can't gloss over Nintendo 64. What are you playing?
I was playing Mario 64.
You're playing Mario.
Oh,
okay.
we're playing Slaps
Classic.
GoldenEye. Yep.
Okay.
In library.
All odd jobs.
Yep.
Okay.
No, and I remember this specifically, and he's like, I found something better than video games.
Wow.
And I'm like, what? And he's like, Harry Potter. And I was like, we're not supposed to read that. And I was so small. I think I was in 5th grade.
Yeah.
Because I remember there was all this hype for the Order of the Phoenix being the longest Harry Potter book to date. Because how could it be possibly bigger than Goblet of Fire? And I didn't know what these titles were at the time. But when he was done reading a book, he would still keep it checked out from the middle school. Because in middle school, you didn't need a permission slip like elementary school was to get it, because our school had that enforced because they knew parents were
Yeah, I have no idea what you're referring
Kinda
to.
pressed.
That's
Have,
wild.
have you experienced this?
No. Yeah, so elementary school,
It's a restricted section situation.
and my cloak got lost in the mail. So so my brother would keep one out. So when he finished Philosopher's Stone or Sorcerer's Stone, he would let me read that and then finish Chamber of
Depending on
Secrets.
how British you are. Okay.
And then read those, loved them, and eventually we got caught when I was reading Goblet of Fire from my dad, who was a pastor, and so he made us write, I think, a 3-page essay after every book we finished on how it wasn't Christ-like. And then, I had to do that for Order of the Phoenix,
so
Half-Blood
interesting.
Prince, but then when Deathly Hallows came out, he actually kind of folded and took us to the movie and really liked the movie, and then he got into it. So now we watch it as a family and stuff.
Did you make him write an essay for it?
Oh my gosh, I should
I
ask
was
that.
going to say, I don't know if your dad's anything like my dad. Did you get an apology of any kind? Or was it just kind of unsaid, okay, Yeah, I guess we're not gonna do that.
It was definitely pushed under the rug. There
Yeah.
was no.
Yeah, my dad though would have been okay.
My counselor's been saying the same things you guys are. So
Yeah, no, I'm glad that you're getting the help you need with that. So was the rebelliousness like part of what made you like it? Like,
yeah,
it felt
honestly.
cool to be.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
and it was one of those. I'm sure you both can attest. It was one of those like I couldn't put down.
Right.
Like I just couldn't wait to get out of school to like get home my room and like read that.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever do like the overnight, like one night read a whole book?
I didn't do that until college, actually.
Gotcha.
I enjoy sleeping. And always have. So
Respect.
Man, when I got my copy of Half-Blood Prince, it was like in the evening when I got out of the mail because my aunt would always pre-order it for me. And, so I figure I'm just going to like be reading. And by the time I looked up, I mean, they're like in the cave and it's
Holy
like 3
cow.
a.m. And so I'm thinking like, I'm going to just finish this, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm not going to put it down at this point.
Yeah.
And then Deathly Hallows, I did it on purpose. I was like, it's
Yeah.
the last go around. Like I'm just going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I probably told this story on the pod, but that was the day it came out was my cousin's wedding. It's the same site as that aunt that always pre-ordered it for me. So she had it, there to give to me at the wedding. But she's like, I'm not giving it to you yet. And I was just like actively like rude about it. I was like, no, like I'm not going to this reception part. Like I sat out in the car. I was like, just give it. Like I'm upset. And so like I'm 15. Like I'm not a little kid. But she's like, okay, like fine, and just like and gave it to me. So
That's
that I
so
actually,
good.
and then went and so I remember very little about my cousin Pat's wedding reception because
So the 2 times that you read straight through the night, how quickly before you turned back around and read them again?
wow, I wish I could remember. That's a good question. I don't have a specific time frame in mind. I would think it would have probably been pretty quick because I mean I was talking to my friends about theories, especially between 6 and 7.
Right.
What's going on with Snape and how is this possibly going to resolve for the better and stuff like that. It was after the 7th book came out that I don't know if you saw when you're looking through the bookshelf, the books like Who Killed Albus Dumbledore and like Harry Potter Should Have Died and stuff like that. Like the theory books,
Yeah.
the Great Snape Debate. I have one that's called that. And it has, you physically flip the whole book over to be like, he was, he's good or he's bad
Yeah.
or whatever. So I got into those later. But as far as, I don't remember what the turnaround was. They're over the summer. Like I'm sure I just dove back into it within like the next week,
Right.
Or like reread the whole series going up to it or something. Because I was in like 4th grade. I'd get in trouble, go to my room, and then just like knock out Sorcerer's Stone, like start to finish. That's just what I did. It was that or play Snake on my like 1993 computer. Like there's only so many options. So
Right.
awesome. So that's kind of like our intro to, Harry Potter in general. But as you might have guessed, we haven't even mentioned the fact that we're kind of like potting because of Fantastic Beasts movie coming out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure all the aspiring Chads and Carlas out there had a pretty good idea based on the timing of when this comes out and when we're recording that's kind of one of the things we wanted to get into because I'm almost 100% sure last time we all saw it together at the same time, right? We all went to the IMAX. For the first movie, we didn't do that.
Right.
We didn't get together for that.
Right.
But I don't even know how much, if the pod had started at that point and if the connection had kind of been made.
I
So
think it just did.
it had
Because
just-
I hadn't heard of it until like maybe a week before
Mm-hmm.
we went to the movie. And I was talking with Jordan Gillette. He was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
did you know?" I was like, "Whoa, that's cool."
Yeah.
I started listened through all of it.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
I was-
Yeah. Jordan was early on. Yeah.
My favorite prediction is still that Voldemort was Harry's dad.
Yeah.
Like that is just
Was that like episode 1?
that
Like,
was
it's a
real
classic.
early. That is
Yeah.
so funny to me.
And then, obviously he thinks it's funny. And then at the very end, he's like, actually, was I low-key right about this? He got back into it. Yeah, he never really came around on the Neville stuff. He had early predictions about Neville turning bad. And Jordan would like call me directly, like complaining about, because he loves Neville and like that whole arc. And he's like, this is like, how can he be against Neville? Like he needs to understand like how great Neville is. And I was like, he has to finish the books, man. Like Neville hasn't made his turn. He's not cool yet.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, those are some of the big ones I remember. He was on Harry and Ginny early. I'd have to go back and look at. I've got like a whole spreadsheet from those first couple of books before I was doing anything by hand. I was doing all of it on Google Drive. There you can hear Rachel. I think she is slamming macaroon shell dough on a counter. So in the background, also you may hear Fred and or George Weasley at some point. Okay.
Right on cue.
Right on cue. That would have been a Fred bark.
Did
Right, too
listeners
small.
know that you have two now?
Oh no, Fred's definitely a new.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I don't think we've even posted to the Instagram or anything. Yeah, obviously when you have George Weasley Merriman, you got to get the second one's going to be Fred. He is, would you say Auburn? Like, I mean, he's a red-haired dog, which is perfect for the whole Weasley thing. Definitely follows after his brother and being a good namesake to the twins, rambunctious, always troublemaking and stuff like that. So he's a puppy, but he's doing great. You guys, it was your first time meeting him, I think, today. And
They're awesome.
he's super cute, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, he's a very cute puppy. So yeah, obviously we're talking about Fantastic Beasts, a classic Muggles perspective, like redirect back to the topic we're supposed to be talking about. I wanted to kind of hit just some broad categories where I think at all different levels of how intently have we been following Fantastic Beast fandom, and even Harry Potter fandom. I'm almost sure there's a trailer I haven't seen, which once you get a couple weeks past the trailer, I almost purposely don't watch it just because I would rather be more surprised about what I see in the movie. So that's kind of where I'm at, but just wanted to kind of broadly see where we're at with the series. And then we'll get into, some more specific questions for these two. And obviously we'll have a Do We Care segment, classic. I don't know, can we do a beef? Like, is it too soon?
My beef has been squashed, so
Okay.
that's all right.
Okay. So you had a beef.
Yeah, and this is nothing to do with Johnny Depp as a person.
Okay.
I vehemently disliked having him be Grindelwald.
Oh, interesting.
So bad.
So there are other Johnny Depp roles you think he's been fine in.
Sure.
But he was not right.
Right.
For Grindelwald.
No.
So why is that?
Well, so me personally, I can only ever see him as Johnny Depp. Not even as like Captain
thought
Jack
you were gonna
Sparrow
say
or
Jack
whatever.
Sparrow.
Like I can only see him as Johnny Depp. Not even Rango, right?
Isn't that animated? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But he just, you're
little
like
lizard,
that lizard.
yeah.
I just see Johnny Depp.
Exactly.
Okay.
No, but then thinking more about it, it became more so like in the original movies, they only cast British people for the British roles.
Right.
Why are we casting an American dude for, an Eastern European role when you have
Eastern European vaguely. Yeah.
right? I looked it up beforehand so I could talk about it.
Yeah.
No one knows where he's from, right?
Right.
You have so many like decent villain characters, like Christoph Waltz. I thought would have been
Oh.
great. I like
Wow.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
Like I think he's great.
Yeah.
I could not get my mind around Johnny Depp.
Even so, the eye thing they did wasn't enough to
Oh
like
my
make it to be
gosh.
different.
No.
How do we feel about the eye thing?
That was terrible.
No, it's terrible. We dislike it.
I didn't like it.
I thought it was
Was that how he was in
fine.
like,
I don't
Deathly
remember.
Hollows though?
Oh no, there's no mention. All we get is like the young thief's face that
Right.
they talk
Yeah.
about. That doesn't
Right.
get into the details of. And I think they would have if he had like, oh yeah, one of his eyes was like really jacked up.
right,
I seem to remember.
right.
If I could tell you anything about young Grindelwald.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. It just went along with Johnny Depp being Grindelwald, right?
Yeah.
Like, but that beef is no longer there,
Okay.
because he's no longer in the movie.
Right. Which, I mean, and it's probably, I don't know, like almost pulls my Harry Potter credentials. Like I have a vague idea of what happened with that. He was accused of things and later exonerated,
Yes.
or at least partially, totally, maybe.
Yeah.
But
They're like
the
back
damage
on
was
trial
done.
right now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, for like the opposite
like
side,
a defamation
like against her.
situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Gotcha.
that audio recording came out
Okay.
that she had.
I
Yeah.
believe you. That's how Rachel feels about it. Okay, so I think I'm up to speed on that. We just did a crash course in Ezra Miller's legal troubles as well. So the whole Harry Potter universe is just struggling to stay in the news for the right reasons.
The evil side is all
Yeah.
Johnny Depp's not being evil, but
Yeah,
Ezra's being evil.
yeah, that's
Incredible.
true. Yeah, it's method acting.
It's that dang obscurus, you know?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, he just can't quite kick it. So I mean that kind of leads us into just a broad how do we feel about Fantastic Beasts? I mean, so the listeners have heard me talk for forever about everything, and so I think we're more interested in just generally, do we think the series is going up? Is it on the decline? Do we not care about it that much? Like, what's kind of our let's set a baseline so that we can get into more beeves and so forth.
Yeah, you and I talked about this. I think the first film really does stand alone, and and that's what's so great about Harry Potter films in the past. Like, you can watch any of them and they stand by themselves. Like, there was always a mystery or a story wrapped in themselves.
You get the arc that
Correct. And I thought the first one did that. It wasn't the greatest film of all time, but the second one just threw us into such a fury, and also just so many canon questions where that's a beef of mine, just canon in general. Like, will that be sustained in this film? Another beef I'd love to talk about in the future is Jacob Kowalski's wand that he gets, and then how on earth does that work?
Yeah.
You hadn't seen that?
I had heard it. I mean, they talk about it on Mugglecast. We also, Nate and I both recently listened to Mugglecast.
Oh, yeah.
So I had heard from them, but I haven't seen that trailer yet.
Right. And I think this film will decide. I'm more scared than excited for this film. I really hope we get more answers and solidified canon and like what we're passionate about and like. So I'm kind of extremely nervous to go into the film tomorrow with you guys to see this.
Sets the tone for the rest of the others.
Yeah, because we're at a precarious kind of point. I mean, I've even heard people saying, is this going to be the last one if it doesn't do well? You know, are we guaranteed to get all 5? I mean, if you're losing Ezra Miller, we've already recast. What if they just openly recast Credence? Who would we want to do that?
That's a good question.
Okay, Finn Wolfhard. Who says no?
There's your Stranger Things reference right there.
Yeah.
That's not a bad one.
Trailer just came out, and he's got a weird
Similar,
enough face.
Yeah, similar. Interesting.
Frog
I'll have to think on that.
Yeah.
Even going back to Perks of Being a Wallflower, also my Emma Watson's favorite.
Yeah, nice.
Era.
Good
Just
reference.
throw that in there. The even Logan Lerman would be a decent Credence villain, I guess.
Yeah, I could see that.
The disturbed internal battle.
Oh, if you want an awkward looking character, I think you need to look no further than Paul Dano, right? That is like him. That is the character that he plays in every single movie, right?
Yeah. I guess that would work too. It's true. I'm always going to say we should cast Benedict Cumberbatch in any given role. That would be appropriate for a white man to play. I think that's. I would watch one of those movies where it's just him playing like a bunch of different characters, or like a short film, maybe something like that.
Oh, do a feature length. What was the Eddie Murphy movie? Was it The Clumps? Is that right?
Yeah.
Where he played every single role.
Is that like a Norbit situation? How often was he in a fat suit during that?
I think it was fairly often.
Pretty high percentage of it. Do we think? So you mentioned the canon frustrations. JT, do you have a similar, like, we went from a solid, we're breaking new ground with the first movie, and then is that the main issue with the second, with Crimes of Grindelwald? Or maybe you love Crimes of Grindelwald. Also, I don't know how we're pronouncing Grindelwald. Are we doing the V? Is it a Dirk Nowitzki situation?
That's a good question.
How are we doing? We got to come to a consensus, or we don't.
Just say it both ways.
Okay,
Grindelwald,
I've heard it both ways. Yeah,
both every time you're saying it. I'm fine with it. This is the story that I wanted to read after the main books, right? Was Dumbledore, Grindelwald, their relationship, and then the war that happens around that. Like, I think even from when I was reading book 6, like, I think that's when it first started to bubble up. It's like, wow, that would be a very cool story to read as well.
Okay, so you're happy to leave behind Queenie and Tina and Serafina Pickery or whoever. I just rewatched these. That's the only reason I even have their names like on the tip of my tongue. We're like, okay, that's all cute, but like I heard there's a young hot Dumbledore in this. Like let's transition to that kind of storyline.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
I enjoyed the first movie a lot. Didn't rewatch the second one.
Fair.
It was fine.
Yeah.
I'm just excited for, hopefully, for where it goes from here.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think, like you said, there's a lot of potential with, like, if we really start hitting on those things. But I've heard other aspects of the fandom who almost want to steer away from anything referenced in the original series, where they're like, we don't want it to become fan service-y. We don't want, to just be playing the hits. Like, if you're this amazing author, like, give us another amazing story, JKR. So I can see it both ways. Do you have a preference, a leaning when it comes to that, Nate?
No, to echo JT, I was super gung ho and stoked to really explore the story with Dumbledore and Grindelwald and the greatest battle in wizarding history that they really hyped up in books 6 and 7.
That's what we got to get through a fifth movie.
That's why these rumors of if this tanks, because the movie revenue did decrease big time from the first Fantastic Beasts to Crimes of Grindelwald. So it makes me nervous because that's the epitome of what I want to see. Like I want to see a incredible wand duel compared to Dumbledore and Voldemort and Order of the Phoenix, like they're in the Ministry of Magic. Like I want to see something with today's technology, like be out of this world. So we got to deal with that blood pack somehow, I guess. So
well, I've still got a bad taste in my mouth from, I mean, as podcast listeners, you've heard me complain about Deathly Hallows Part 2. I don't know how many times. Some people love it. Like there's Harry Potter fans that really like it. And that last battle with Harry and Voldemort, like,
Yeah.
talk about when they kiss.
when their faces become like, look at me, or like, oh, that's in the fifth one though. I just like like you said, redemption. Like I would like to see that, like an epic battle, like something that we care about done properly. So yeah, that's a good point. Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to jump in. I thought I cut you off earlier, and so I was going to let you get in there. Okay. So we are tentatively excited for where it could be going. But there's a lot of, I feel like, extraneous sort of side plots that we feel bogged down by, especially in the second one. We're cutting between, I just watched it last night. We're cutting between a bunch of different, like, is that Credence with a little bird? Oh, I guess it's a phoenix. Like, Nagini is here for some reason. It also is a human.
Wow, I forgot all about that.
Good. I'm glad. you live remembering that there's something called a Maledictus, and Nagini is all we could ever want on a podcast. So that's kind of where we're at broadly. Are there any certain, you could call them favorite, memorable scenes from the two books that you're like, or the two books, these last two movies that we could point to? Okay, this would be a blueprint. Like, let's get more stuff like this. I mean, I think you'd get a lot of people who love anything with a Niffler in it. I mean, it just depends on your appetite for cuteness. Like, is that what we're going for? Are there more dramatic scenes that really stick out as, let's build on that foundation?
That's a good question. I don't remember any scenes from the second movie until you started talking about Nagini being in the movie.
So let's build on that, I guess. I guess what I'm saying is...
I don't know. That's a good question. I would like it to be following in a similar vein to the books, where it becomes more and more serious as you go along. Similar with the Marvel movies. Honestly, and this could get me canceled, I didn't enjoy most of the Marvel movies because I felt like they were too silly and like really forcing the silly.
And it's a stakes question as well.
Right. So I'd like to see it get more serious.
Okay.
Especially if the direction we're going is, the best, biggest battle.
Right. So does this mean we need to tangent and do like your ranking of like, what are your 5 favorite Marvel movies? Are you going to put like everyone's least favorite at the top? You're like a big Thor Dark World guy?
No, that's a good question. I liked Endgame. I really like Doctor Strange. So I'm excited because the second one, a new one's coming out soon,
very
right?
soon.
I'm excited for that. I like No Way Home. I thought that was fun. Honestly, I don't watch very many.
Did you like Infinity War more than Endgame?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
Maybe.
I need to rewatch them. I watched Infinity War in France, so it was all subtitled, and it was difficult to really follow it as much.
Humble brag.
Yeah, I know, right?
What a flex.
Yeah.
I did go see a movie when I was in Spain. It was Gravity.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Sandra Bullock.
Yes.
Yeah.
George Clooney
one. Yeah. Which is directed by, oh no, why am I blanking on his name? Alfonso Cuarón.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was going to say.
Harry Potter
there
tie-in.
you go. That's why we brought it up.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it's like one of those games, like you keep making references so you can like bring it back to the center.
That was such a J.K. Rowling tie-in.
It's a certain ring theory. Have you heard about all that?
That's right.
Yeah. It's like 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, like, but for Harry Potter. It's got to be 7 though, most powerfully magical
That's
number,
right.
obviously. So there's not. We can't point to like a banner scene that we're thinking back to in the two movies. Did you have one, Nate?
Yeah, I really liked unfortunately Grindelwald's like speech in the last one where he was taking those bong rips, and it was like
He was.
it was like foreshadowing of World War II.
Yeah,
because
I
never
agree with you there. Yes.
I never put those two and two together. Like maybe the great battle in that Wizarding War that's about to happen, and hope God willing we see that it was like somehow kept secret because of World War II, or that was somehow tied into each other. That kind of blew my mind and got me excited.
Okay, cool.
And I know we addressed this earlier, but yeah, they have to find a way to tie in like the relationships that are happening at the same time with like Jacob and is it Queenie? Yeah.
And the girl with
and then Tina,
mind
and
reading.
then Tina and Newt Scamander.
No,
like,
but we need to be
those-
making up other names for them. Don't
word.
don't say the right names.
Oh, my
Go
word.
with other stuff.
It's hard to keep
You
track.
got Jacob, and you got the Flapper, and
Yeah.
I thought Credence and Nagini were like a thing too.
yeah.
Both
It seemed like it was
outcasts.
going to be, but then we had a couple of those splits. So now you hear a lot about Team Grindelwald, Team Dumbledore, non-Grindelwald, Dumbledore, I guess. And so we'll have to see how that plays out with love, like romantic lines being crossed there as well. I was going to ask something, and now I'm vamping while I try to remember
it.
the question that I was going to ask.
And would it be helpful if we started
It
talking
probably
as well,
would.
so that you could
Yeah,
continue
let's
to
just do the
think?
thing where
Is
we
that right?
where we name what we were just talking about to jog my memory.
Right.
So you did like that scene. That's what I was going to say.
There you go.
So
Yes.
I don't know if it's my history background. When I saw that 1945, which I mean, yes, it is referenced in like Sorcerer's Stone, in like the 4th chapter or whatever. So when I was 6, no, I wasn't connecting that right to the end of World War II. But by the time I was in high school, I was like, oh, okay. Like I was like, that's like right around like the death of Hitler and things like that. Like I bet there is some kind of connection with World War II. So that's really interesting that you say that, because I had that in my mind, but then just last night rewatching the movie, when you see like the bomb being dropped and things like that, I did just at that point think, oh, Grindelwald like really can see the future to some extent. Like was this part of the other books that I was missing? Like that he has some ability to see into the future, because like that's real, which like obviously like the movie writers know, like it's not impressive that they knew that the bomb was dropped in 1945, but he clearly like does have some kind of ability to predict or see like something that is going to happen. And so I wonder if we're going to get like that's going to become more of a plot point, like him being able to see into the future.
Yeah, that was never addressed. I mean,
At all.
not even just with Grindelwald,
Yeah.
but like any other wizard, that was never addressed. Okay.
I mean, obviously you get your Trelawney, your prediction
Right.
type of
Right.
stuff, but that has nothing to do with a skull bomb.
And they
Right.
have Queenie now who reads minds. So
That's true.
Are those going to connect somehow?
it's like they're slowly becoming the Colin family from Twilight.
I'm going to have to just believe you on that one.
Nod
I'm
and
a
smile.
Card-carrying member of, I don't know, Twilight. That's the one that Cedric was in before he was in Harry Potter, right? Like, isn't there like a baseball game that they play, which is just bonkers because they're like cranking like home runs?
They
and
can only
stuff?
play during a thunderstorm because it hides it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How much? Like, how deep does this go? Like, are you like you're a Twilight guy? I recently found out you're a Vampire Diaries guy. Shout out!
Oh,
Gersh.
big time.
Yeah.
Big time. The shout out Gersh. No, I just read the 4 books.
Okay.
Yeah, movies were terrible, but I read the 4 books.
Okay. So you weren't like thirsting after Robert Pattinson.
Actually, I take that
kind of
back. The 5 books, because they came out with Stephanie Meyer came out with Midnight Sun, which
that's
is the first
recent.
book from Edward's perspective, not Bella's
Yeah,
anymore.
that was just
That
recent.
was actually kind of lit.
Yeah, I think we have a copy of that here at the house, borrowed from someone. I don't really let her own copies of books like that. As like a modern American husband, I feel like it's my role to curate her literature.
More people need to be like you. Oh my word, that's awesome.
Because she got that. She was reading that, and I was reading the Ichabog, I think, the JKR like kids book, which I thought was interesting too. But that's a whole nother digression. I don't know if you guys are big Ichabog heads. It has these chapters that are like 3/4 of a page, and it's like next chapter. So there's like 60 chapters in it or something. Yeah, it's like a kids book. I don't know if you're supposed to read
I need
it
to read that.
before night. Yeah, you can probably borrow it. I think we have one. Gave it to Rachel for Christmas. It's got a cool cover on it, so that's why she likes it. She doesn't care about what's in it. Best, what do I have written down here? More thoughts on what we're hoping to see. We'll get into predictions, which I think is going to be more plot heavy than it is vibe heavy, like, or movie making perspective. Would we like to see, I'm thinking about genre changes. What if we went like rom-com for this next movie, Secrets of Dumbledore? And no, Nate is just like already not even amused.
I
at the
certainly
idea.
hope not. I loved what JT said earlier. I hope it gets more grounded as it progresses, just as Harry's did growing up.
So does that inherently mean a pivot away from a beast focus? The beasts, I thought, integral to the first one, getting towards shoehorned in the second one. Not as much of a focus. Do you think that in order to get grittier and more grounded and driving on the plots that we're looking for, we're going to have to pivot away?
I think the Beast could realistically like help Newt in like a war though, and get out of like different situations, and especially this may be projecting like where you want it to go, but with Grindelwald being able to like see the future a little bit, I don't think you could necessarily like see Beasts and like what they do, and Newt could like capitalize on that.
Yeah, you think it's like a Voldemort love situation, right? Where he can't, or he doesn't understand love.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
he
yeah.
I was thinking it's
overlooks
a Voldemort like not respecting things he doesn't understand,
Sure.
like a house elf situation.
I thought you were talking Cursed Child, Voldemort love.
Guys, I haven't reread Cursed. I read it once, like when I that was 2 houses ago. It was quite a while ago.
Yeah.
Put it down, haven't opened it back up.
Yeah.
There's definitely a trolley witch situation.
Correct.
And that's most of what I remember about it. There's another like fake Diggory sister, possibly.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Should we be doing like a Cursed Child reread pod at some point? Like a hate read?
Yeah,
I get that's not because we love it.
We can just take a shot every time like something pisses us off.
Yeah. Every time like we realize time travel doesn't work that way. Or,
Yeah.
okay, so we can see beasts still being useful. I'm almost picturing it's like this is gonna be a stupid reference, like an early Pokemon movie, like back when they came out in theaters and stuff.
Pokemon 2000.
Like, yeah,
Well,
you know,
like Mew and Mewtwo.
yeah, like he has a stable of beasts that he brings out for different situations, and it's like, oh, you're a rock type wizard. let me bring out these moon calves. Like he like situationally reaches in and throws a beast at him. Like I've got the beast that counteracts your particular brand of evil.
So do you guys hope that we get another mating dance as well? That was everyone's favorite
Yeah.
part of the first movie.
Yeah,
right?
that was good. I mean, Eddie Redmayne, like acting even weirder than he is already acting, I think is good.
Yeah.
Like he's willing to do whatever, clearly. So I'd be fine with another mating dance.
How do you not win an Oscar for that? That blows my mind.
Yeah. Well, he already had his Oscar. He was like, I'm good.
It's true.
Yeah, I've been hearing like critics or just fans talking about like his mumbling. He's like kind of does his same sort of little spiel in like every movie. It's like, can we get Eddie Redmayne? Like, you know how to be awkward thing. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if we'll see character development along those kinds of lines, or, you know, Queenie becoming more confident, or Tina becoming less stuck up and like weird about whatever her deal is.
Yeah.
Is she even in this film? That's a huge debate.
Yeah. Somebody said she might just be in Newt's case the whole time. She's just chilling down there.
It's
Convenient.
not
I
a
don't
bad
remember
guess.
in any of the trailers. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she is. They're,
Before we get into predictions, let's stick broad fandom here for a minute. I know we've touched on a little bit as far as childhood memories, introductions. We'll bounce over to just generally fandom memories. I mean, I've got fond memories, of course, of movie premieres, people dressing up. I was never a waiting in line for the books guy, which I, regret to some extent. It was cool. My aunt and I had that thing, but would have been a cool experience to have. We don't need to go back through my brief but passionate relationship with Daniel Radcliffe when we met right after.
right.
Have you not heard this?
No.
Okay, so we didn't talk about it until the fourth book? I think we just started the fourth book. I want to hear what you remember about the story I'm about to tell, JT. You tell it and I'll fill it in.
So I remember you guys. Did you go to his show?
We did.
Okay. So you went to his Broadway show.
Equus.
Yes.
A show in which
is this the most sexy one that he was in?
Where he
it's
was
not
nude on
sexy at all,
stage.
but he is definitely nude.
Yeah.
And there's a girl that's nude, and there are implied sex scenes, but in a very weird way. Like a lot of the sex is with horses. And by horses, I mean men wearing really large metal horse heads and then just like black leotards. So it's like a minimalist, like mental illness horses sex thing. You know, as one
Sure.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Equus. We're there at Equus.
Yeah. So you're there, and then you
I'm a
wait-
sophomore in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to ask how old you were.
And then you end up waiting around back or something along those lines. And he comes out and he, from what I remember, you say, or your brother says that he yells at him, like, where are you guys from? Except in a really quick way of saying it. And your brother just does not understand.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a British accent thing. So we're the last people before he gets into his car. We're like right in the corner. So he talks to us like slightly longer than everyone else while he's signing in our programs and stuff. So he asked me where we sat and how we liked it. And I said, well, we sat in the very back because we wanted to like get out as soon as we could to get down there to get to the spot in line. Because we were just there to see Dan Radcliffe, not because of Equus. And he's like, oh, okay, great. Well, could you hear all right? And so he turns to my brother and goes, could you hear all right? And I don't know if it was my years of listening to the audiobooks and various podcasts with British people and the speed or Jacob's just starstruckedness or our confusion at his height because he's so short.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I've been this height. I was this tall. I was almost 6'3" sophomore in high school. But I mean, even compared to my 8th grade brother, I mean, like he's wearing a hat to clearly try to make himself look taller. He's very small. But
Was it like an Abe Lincoln hat?
I wish a stovepipe
Big
situation.
stovepipe.
It was like a British orphan hat, like closer to a beret kind of thing. And so it's just Jacob Merriman and Daniel Radcliffe locking eyes for 4 seconds while he's waiting for Jacob to answer his very reasonable yes or no question. And so I physically lean over in front of him and go, yeah, no, it was fine. We could hear great. Like, just have to save the moment. He goes, okay, well, good. Okay, thanks, guys. And then just like gets in his stretch SUV thing with his bodyguards and heads out.
It's incredible.
And then so like my brother just kind of turns to me and it's like, this was your moment. Like you met Dan Radcliffe. He talked to you kind of like more than these other people in line. And then just absolutely
Just stared at him.
Did you ever let him live that down?
No. So it became a thing where we go, Detroit, and to almost like Detroit, where people were just like, we talk about it at school and stuff. And like our friends like all just thought it was so funny. So that's my favorite fandom moment. Yeah, probably.
That's good.
Yeah, I can't believe you talked to him. That's insane.
Yeah. I mean, we went, my parents are big like actor people. And so they were going to see their own Broadway show. And they said we could pick something. And we were like, oh, Equus, because Dan Radcliffe.
Yeah.
And my mom's like, maybe not Equus. You know, they know exactly what it is. My mom saw like Sir Anthony Hopkins as the Richard Griffiths role because Uncle Vernon is the other lead.
That's
There's
right.
only like 4 characters.
That's right.
One of them is Dan Radcliffe's character, the young boy who has like, and he's talking to his therapist about his daddy issues / sexual obsession with horses. And that's Richard Griffiths. So of course we want to see that. My mom saw Sir Anthony Hopkins, I think, in that role or whatever. So she knew what we were getting into. And my aunt was like, oh, just let him go. It's the one they want to go to, you know? So
That's cool.
any comparable stories?
Your aunt sounds dope.
Yeah, that's the most fun thing that particular aunt has ever like actively suggested.
different aunt.
She's very nice. She's just the oldest of all of the aunts, and so she's always just seen us as more like grandkids.
Sure.
And, and she's also like extremely healthy. She's vegan. Shout out Aunt Maurice. I don't know if she had listened to this. She's not. But we would go over to stay at their house, and it's like the fun thing that she got like as a snack for the kids coming was like wheat thins. Like that kind of thing. Which bless her heart. Like she's trying.
I love a wheat thin.
I'm way more into Triscuits.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's like I don't like wheat thins because Triscuits. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
It's
can
tricky.
like pick up what I'm putting down there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys ever meet Rupert Grint at a Baskin Robbins or any fandom memories that come to mind?
Didn't meet any. The one fandom memory I have is, and it's not even my memory, but well, technically, we were running our laps for soccer in high school, and the guys in front of me were just talking about the 7th Harry Potter book because it had like just come out and they read it all the night before. Yeah. So it's like, you know, we're in high school. I'm dying running, and these guys are like right up in front of me talking Harry Potter. So like try and catch up. It's like, what's happening?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
yeah,
cool.
but that's like indicative of the word of mouth like popularity it had.
Right.
I mean, I have similar memories of like playing the original Pokemon games, like and like people talking about it on the
Right.
playground when I'm like 6-7 years old. And,
Right.
Like you want to know what people are talking about, and that's like capturing the zeitgeist of the moment.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
My brother, speaking of Pokemon, I got yellow for my birthday one year, and my brother was so upset that he couldn't play it because, we'd played all of these other N64 games and
Yeah.
you had multiple save spots on them.
Right.
Whereas Pokemon, you just
why?
have one.
Why
It's like,
did
no,
they do that?
guy, I'm not letting you play this. Come
Yeah.
on, Paul. He just couldn't. I mean, he's 4 years younger than me, so
Yeah.
he just didn't understand.
Yeah, he would have
Poor
just
guy.
screwed up your
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, he wouldn't have accepted the free Squirtle that they give you in Vermilion or whatever.
Exactly right.
Yeah, okay. We solved that issue by the grandma figure lady that gave me my Game Boy Color and the Pokemon games she gave my brother his own Game Boy and started giving him Pokemon games as well. So it'd be like, I get silver, he gets gold,
Yep.
like that kind of thing.
That's what my brother and I did too.
Yeah,
I
same
got
here.
silver and he got gold.
Same
and
here.
From here on
My
out.
Game Boy Color was green. Anyone else? Green?
I had the yellow
That's-
Pokemon
my
Yellow
brother's
Edition.
was yellow.
Did you
I
really?
got the Pokemon Yellow Edition
Got a
in game.
Pikachu on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the clear purple one.
Oh,
that
okay.
was
So you were
sweet.
just cooler than
That's
me.
what my
Yeah,
brother
exactly
had. He
right.
loved it.
Yeah. Oh, those. Yeah, that was the one that you were jealous of. You're playing N64, like,
Yeah.
no, I first player, like, I'm
Oh,
using the see-through purple one.
So
Oh, man.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
dope.
always wished. But I was just getting, hand-me-down type stuff at that point. My parents stopped being like, I started buying my own video game systems at GameCube. Like there was
Yeah.
very little,
Yep.
even them buying systems for me or anything. It was just like,
Yep.
well, I got it from here, Mom. Thanks. Like, you don't know what games I want, like that kind of thing. So, should we have a Pokemon podcast?
I'd have to really catch up.
Yeah.
It's been a while for me.
But see, you don't have to because like I don't care about anything past gold and silver all that much.
that's
like
me.
I was never like X and Y, X Black and White 2 or whatever, like X and Y game. I didn't have a Game Boy Advance, and I had a DS. I did Silver or Diamond and Pearl. We had those, but
Yeah. That was the last one I really got into. I still buy them fairly often.
right.
And I know going in, I'm going to play this for 30 hours and then forget about it.
Yeah.
Because something else happened.
So you have a Switch.
I do.
So
yeah.
did you get Sword or Shield?
I got Sword.
Okay, me
And
too.
did I think I may have played 45 hours and then Animal Crossing came out. And
Yeah.
that's the only thing I played. And then lockdown happened and that's
Yeah.
the only thing I played.
Yeah, I dropped out after the third gym in Sword. I just couldn't. There's just no plot, and I just could not get into it.
It's basically the same thing
Yeah,
over and over.
over and over again.
Have you thought about getting what's the new one? Arceus?
Arceus, yeah. Open world. I mean, I love Breath of the Wild. It hasn't been traditionally like a
Right.
genre that I gravitate towards.
Same.
And I also what I like less than that is crafting. That is why Minecraft, I cannot.
Yeah.
I don't want to memorize these combinations of things.
Yeah.
I want to play a game. Like I don't love sitting in the menus and figuring that stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've heard that there's some crafting and some inventory management stuff. You've only got so many slots in your pack
Mm-hmm.
to pick up like sticks and rocks. You can combine the sticks and rocks into Pokeballs or whatever. And yeah, I think maybe once they've figured it out and do another open world game, and I would like reap the rewards of that. I could see myself getting into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you, Nate? Which of the last 3-year Pokemon games? You're a big Let's Go Eevee guy. I went Let's Go Pikachu, but I mean, I could see you going either way.
Big time. No, my focus has been on Valorant and Halo Infinite. So
Okay.
those are my
Yeah.
two things.
Okay. I can't speak to anything that didn't come out on a Nintendo system since, let's see, Missplosion Man on my and Xbox 360, I think.
It's a real game, Missplosion Man.
Yeah, Splosion Man and Missplosion Man are co-op platformers that were on like Xbox Live. They're on Switch now. You
Nice.
can get them as well, but they're actually really, really fun. Yeah, co-op. We're big co-op. Trying to get Rachel to play games. Trying to get my friends to play stuff with me. That kind of thing.
It's a gateway drug.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. Overcooked.
Yeah.
Come on.
Of course.
Hello.
You just yell at each other playing that.
Yeah, I'm into it. I'm yelling instructions. You better do what I'm saying. I'm yelling them. All right. So now that everybody's tuned out, now we can really get into our predictions. Right? We can get into the stuff that you're too afraid to say when anyone was actually listening. Okay, they stopped somewhere in the between me describing what kind of nudity is in Equus and the words "Let's go Evie." I think so. For as far as predictions, I've got a few categories that we could sort of touch on, but then I mean, by all means, feel free to really just off the top of our heads. Like, this isn't some incredibly professional outfit where we need to feel like we need to tailor it to realism or anything. Anything funny, anything crazy that you want to be able to call dibs on. Because, like, if it actually happened and it was a crazy one, then, like, that's what the best part of prediction is. Predictions, my first category I wanted to ask you guys about direct or semi-direct tie-ins to the original series. Okay, do we have predictions for... We're trying to do a big name drop or an obvious, great-great-grandmother of, I guess there's too many greats, we're not that many generations back, of a character, anything like that we can see coming down the pipeline?
Do you think we'll meet Bathilda Bagshot at all?
Ooh, okay. Old enough.
Right.
Okay, right time period.
Right. I think we have to in somewhere in the next 3 movies. Right.
So why is that?
Because... Well, maybe not, but I would assume that she has something to do with Dumbledore during the summers. So he's got this backstory relationship with her. That's how she knows all of this other stuff. Maybe she's involved in this movie in some way with him. That's how she's able to help Rita Skeeter write the Life and Lies.
So as we explore the Blood Pact, how that came about, the relationship, the nature of that relationship between Dumbledore and Grindelwald, naturally, why are they together? Oh, because he's at Aunt Bathilda's house. Like, why did this happen? Who would know about it? Who can tell us more about it? So you can see her coming up, that's interesting because it is a tie-in, but it's not a fan service tie-in. It's like an explicit, this is one of the only people that was there and would be talking about why she was mentioned in those books. You know what I mean? Okay, I like that.
And I think for me, Ariana needs to be dropped big time. Like, I think it's definitely all pointed to what happened that summer in that argument. And Aberforth is in the trailers, but I heard that actor got into some sexual assault allegations, so I heard he's in trouble too.
Great.
So wouldn't be a Fantastic Beasts movie.
People in WB just have to be like not sleeping after their cast choices.
Firing all of their like casting director people. They need to hire
Clean House.
What's her name that did The Office and like Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Allison.
Yeah.
I don't remember her last name.
Allison something.
Yep.
But Ariana Dumbledore needs to be explored big time. And then we've only seen her in that portrait, right? Like from the movies.
Correct.
Where the tunnels underneath Hogsmeade and Hogwarts thing. But I think there's definitely needs to be a flashback in this film.
Okay.
And that's my prediction. I'm not sure they'll necessarily show like who threw that curse that like messed her up.
Would you want them to? Do you want to see that?
I don't.
You don't want the closure?
I don't think so. I like feeling a little unsettled. At least just in that, in that part.
And maybe that's what eats them and their like feelings relationship for each other. Like they probably don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe a classic Harry Potter Expelliarmus charm just blocked everything and anything and everything, and they don't know what happened to her. But also, I'm not sure. Do you guys? Well, I mean, you probably already wrote that down prediction wise, but the Cole Credence Ariana thing. Like, I want to know your guys' thoughts on that.
I didn't. Yeah, I mean, I think what you're talking about plays directly into that. I remember walking out of Crimes of Grindelwald at IMAX and us being like, does the timeline line up for Credence? How old is Credence supposed to be? Could he be Ariana in some weird way? Like, what's going on here? So we can certainly get into those kinds of predictions.
Yeah, I've got no idea. Like, that was something that I think my prediction there was that Grindelwald was just trying to manipulate him in some way. Right.
Classic.
Highly doubt that he is actually a Dumbledore.
Okay. I'll refresh I'm assuming you don't remember.
Probably not.
There's a whole storyline that I'm happy for us to not touch on, which has to do with the Lestrange family.
Oh my word!
And like
the baby and
Titanic, Senegalese wizard.
I
know. I don't care about that storyline. But as part of that, Leta Lestrange, who's engaged to Theseus and maybe died in the last movie, when she was a kid on a boat, took her baby brother Corvus, who's crying, switched him with a baby across the hall, who we haven't confirmed is of wizard descent or anything.
Yeah,
and then when those two families get on lifeboats, one of those babies falls into the water and ends up drowning. I mean, like sinks and stuff. I don't know. Would a baby sink that rapidly? Don't they do the thing where they teach babies to swim by just tossing them in the pool?
Babies float.
Right. They're all fat and cartilage, right?
Yeah. Yep, there's no bone.
Couldn't tell you. I haven't thrown my baby in a pool yet, so.
I just saw an
That's
X-ray
impressive parenting.
of a baby's foot last week, and I can attest that there's no bone. It's all
We have
cartilage.
first-hand
That is
expertise.
that is
on baby
that is
anatomy.
a wild statement I've just heard you say.
So
if I didn't know your profession.
Oh no, just late night browsing.
I was incognito mode for sure at that point.
Let me tap out real quick.
So why
that's
are
it.
you? I know that like you work in the industry, but for a baby, are you doing a lot of baby ankle replacements?
No, it was literally the first one ever. So we were.
Baby ankle replacement.
That's the thing with no bone, like they'd heal so fast. But no, it was like an X-ray course of like what to look for at the very end. They showed this one slide, and I'm like, what am I looking at? And we debated for a while,
Yeah.
and they're like, that's a baby's foot. Like that's why you can't like that's why it looks so odd. Like
Yeah.
that's why it doesn't look like there's bone there because it was literally just cartilage and growing.
Nate is in the orthopedic industry for
Right.
listeners who don't know.
For listeners who aren't in the immediate Warsaw, Indiana area,
Yeah.
for whom that is, they would never put those words together, orthopedic and industry. They're like, I mean, I guess, yeah. There's probably an industry. Wrong. It is the industry.
Yeah.
Nate flew the coop though a little bit and is I think founded a different orthopedic company over in Fort Wayne, right?
Yeah, I'm
You're
a
pretty much
striker
just-
now,
yeah.
so I definitely jump ship. So I get dirty looks here in Warsaw now. So
Yeah.
I got to
So
duck
you
my
got some
head.
stock options now, which is nice.
Correct.
Really? That's nice.
no, I'm messing.
That'd be sick. What were we talking about? So there's a baby that should have floated but didn't. We don't know. We think that baby, based on Lita's childhood recollection, was her brother Corvus, which kind of closes the circle on some sort of poetic prediction about a fight between her family and a Senegalese family with racial overtones as part of that fight. So not 100% sure what's going on there. But the implication is that if Credence is a Dumbledore, that means that the family she switched it from was the Dumbledore family. So why are they on some kind of steamship going from England or France or whatever across the Atlantic?
Right. Yeah, I don't understand how on earth like Credence could possibly like get to America or what the Dumbledores were even doing because they went to, they were in Hogsmeade the whole time, correct?
They were in Godric's Hollow, yeah. So would they have been shipping off one child? What's the age gap between the siblings to the point where there could be another hidden one?
Could it? Yeah, that's
Younger
the big
than
question.
Ariana?
Yeah, could it be like a?
Couldn't be younger than Ariana.
Well, could it be like a secret kid, and like after Ariana, they realize like, oh, actually no,
Kendra's already dead by the
That's
time
right.
Ariana
That's
dies.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah.
So is it a secret twin? Which is
But I would-
like I get it, but like Ariana was kind of already a secret kid. That was the whole point of Ariana. That's the whole point of Rita Skeeter's book.
right.
And then with like a bigger twist, it's a secreter
Yeah.
twin.
yeah,
I don't know.
that
I
would
mean, like,
get to
cool.
Nate's totally screwing with the
Yeah.
canon. There.
Yeah.
That would have definitely been in Rita Skeeter's book. That's
Right.
that's what drives me nuts. Like
Yeah.
she got to the bottom of everything and then some. She would have known this.
Yeah.
It's just frustrating. That's what kills the passion for these films, which I'm hoping this will answer some questions. I know it'll sprout new ones, but hopefully lay to rest the
Well, and I like what we were saying earlier about that lack of definition as to who. It's like a Schrodinger's spell situation. We don't could have been any of us. Like that's a big part of Albus and Aberforth's psyche and the remembrance of that day. So for a movie in 2022 to change how I feel about Albus's recollections for a book from 2007 is tough. Yeah, like I don't know that I want that. I like knowing how I feel about how Albus feels about the day that his sister died and his potential role in it, and coming to grips with like the morality of, you know, everyone involved is responsible with something. Like that's like the lesson that's kind of trying to be taught there is, you know, the immaturity of what he was looking at and the stark relief of, oh, like I just went from looking for Hallows to my sister is lying dead there. Like it's because of this dude, you know, those dynamics should they be in flux at this point in a different movie series starring like quite a few accused and or convicted criminals? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's extremely well said. That's exactly how I feel.
Nothing
I
else.
don't want to monologue and like end like cut off any momentum that a conversation had. But
No, that was extremely well said.
I did testify at court today, so like I'm trying to keep my
Hey, there you go.
testifying at court is a lot of yes, that's
Yeah.
correct. Thank you, my lawyer.
Yeah.
Yes. So much more nerve wracking than it is feeling cool. Tie-in. So we talk about tie-ins. Any other thoughts for tie-ins, or do we want to go to something else? We had a McLagan name drop in the second one. A Travers and McGonagall, which I think we all are probably on the same page about, like, why.
Yeah.
We all want to hear Dave Maggie Smith's accent again. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't just say Professor McGonagall when she would have been like 8 years old as a professor. Like, that's not okay.
When did Tom Riddle get to school? That's my question. I wonder if we're going to ever hear his name just in common conversation from like a McGonagall, Dumbledore conversation in later films,
Yeah,
or even
that'd be
this film.
interesting.
Because he's a lot older than Harry's parents, right?
So Tom Riddle, off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure was born on Black Friday. No, not Black Friday. He was born on like December 31st or something. But it is right at the beginning of the Great Depression. So I think it's like 1929 or 1930.
So he is.
He's alive,
He'd
but
be-
he's not Hogwarts age yet.
He's not picked up
When's
from
his
that
movie
orphanage yet.
set?
Yeah, how close are we getting?
What year is the movie set?
I don't remember.
It's got to be mid-30s, right? Because we went from mid-20s to late 20s. Because he's already talking about the impending World War II. It's supposed to evoke early Nazi party stuff.
Right.
And those guys start rising early 30s. I mean, it can't be much later than that. So I don't know that he's old enough yet. I think that once we get to the fourth and the fifth movies,
Yeah.
you can see young Tom Riddle. You can see young freaking Hagrid
Oh, yeah.
if needed. But I wonder, like you said, young Tom Riddle.
How gross of a beard will Hagrid have as young Hagrid?
Yeah,
He's
as
going to
like a
walk in there.
14-year-old Hagrid.
He's going to
Yeah.
be 14, 11 years
It's
old
like
already
gonna
with
be,
a
like,
beard.
really thick peach fuzz. Like it's
Yeah.
gonna be weird. Like he has to go through puberty, I would think. It's
Thank
just
you for
gonna be a-
finishing that word.
puberty.
Yeah.
See a young Aragog with him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We
that'd
could
be
get
sweet. Yeah.
some baby Aragog. That I played a lot of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets for PC in like the year 2001, and single-handedly developed a fear of spiders because of that game.
Yeah.
You're walking to the hollow and you see them coming down,
Yeah.
and you're trying to attack, but they're coming up from behind, and it's a early 2000s PC game that controls poorly, and also I'm 9 years old and I'm not good at it. So I'm just getting killed by spiders. It's bad. Don't want to talk about it. Not a big Aragog guy, to say the least.
Yeah, that movie does still make me nervous. That
Yeah.
thing's so creepy. They
Yeah.
did that so well done.
And like Rupert Grint's sincere terror at all
Yeah.
of these spiders
Yeah.
that he's seen. Because that was Aragog, I'm pretty sure was a physical effect. It wasn't CGI, right?
Yeah.
Because Chris Columbus was big on giving those kids something to react to.
Yep.
Have you guys seen? Where are you guys at on like the Harry Potter documentaries, like the behind the scenes stuff? We've seen a lot of that.
Yeah, I've seen most of them.
Most of it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to show you before you leave. I have this box that like opens up from the top and then like opens out. It's like a limited edition. Has
Yeah.
all the Blu-rays. They only made like 5,000 of them or something. My friends like in college got together to get it for me. And it has for each movie, for each of the 8, it has some kind of behind the scenes like full length like hour-long thing.
Nice.
Whether it's about the making of the music or it's the kids growing up or
Yeah.
the props, and so I've seen like quite a bit of Foley work in the background and like how they made the sound of the Dementors robes and all that kind of stuff.
I want to watch this sometime. I need to come back over
Yeah,
and
we
watch
call
these.
them our Harry Pocumentaries.
Very good.
Yeah, because that's classic me combining words. Tie-ins.
And I don't mind the Harry Potter tie-ins. Like I know some people are getting kind of.
It's not fan servicey to you. You like it.
We're all here for that reason,
Yeah.
right? Like we're here for nostalgia and like what we fell in love with like back in the day. Like it's big. Do you want something completely original with absolutely no tie-ins like Harry Potter? Personally, you too.
No, they can do them well and they can also do them poorly.
Yeah.
Right.
Agreed.
I don't remember the McGonagall one. I think I vaguely remember seeing like, oh, why would they say that?
Yeah.
What's the point here?
Yeah.
But I'm fine with those. I'm with you. I'm fine with those type of things.
I think if I could have anything out of these movies, it would be for them to just be good movies. And
Yep.
so if that means that we're really, we're finding these actors that play, Jacob and Tina and Queenie, and they've got this awesome chemistry, and like we have some really good plots that are going to go along with that, and we want to go in that direction. Then I would say, great, you can make I know it's 2022 and we don't get a lot of just original concept like adventure movies. Everything's a sequel to something or an adaptation of a video game for some reason. So if that's an option, then that's great. If I can learn more about, or if I can feel clever by understanding a reference to an original Harry Potter thing, I like that too. But we all agree that we don't want to see certain things. We don't want you to meddle with them. We don't want George Lucas's like adapted edition, like the editions that have like the weird CGI stuff in front of, like in the background of the Star Wars movies.
Oh, yeah.
We don't want to tinker with the canon of what we fell in love with, because that is, a snow globe of my childhood. Like that's like, I don't want that to change.
Yeah.
I play blue version instead of fire red for a reason.
Yeah.
Which is just because I'm a sap, like not because it's a better game. So if it's like you said, if it's a reference, if it's done well, if it's if it contributes to the story and like is moving things along in a way that's interesting, in a way that's like, oh right, because I do understand how that branch of magic works, or it's building on knowledge more than it is just trying to make us go, oh yay, I've seen that name before, then yeah, it's all about implementation, right?
Makes sense.
Yeah. Great. So this is just becoming you asking questions and me giving 6-minute responses that are like, okay, and
you got to make the content.
Answer to that question.
Got to make the content.
Yeah, content is king. Okay, let's move to character deaths. Give me your most likely and least likely.
Interesting.
In movie 3 of an announced 5-movie series, which can change it in weird ways, maybe what we're thinking.
Most likely Credence.
Least likely Dumbledore.
Okay, that doesn't count. That is funny though.
I was going to agree. I think Credence would be the most likely to die.
And are we saying that because of character or plot reasons, or are we saying it because of Ezra Miller meta reasons?
I would think that Grindelwald would see him as expendable.
Okay.
Depends on how you classify die. Maybe Nagini, the human, dies as well. I don't know.
Is she in this film, Nagini? I'm not saying
No
you're wrong.
idea.
I have no idea.
No idea.
Yeah, I fully don't claim to know who is and isn't. I mean, other than listening to MuggleCast, just shout out free promo for a competing Harry Potter podcast on the same plane. We're pretty
Competing.
competing. We're, I mean, a first round of the NCAA tourney, 1 versus 16
Yeah,
seed.
that's
It's a
true.
competition.
We got one chance,
Technically,
basically. Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. Nagini, like a death of sorts. I've heard Queenie thrown out there. Just because
That's a good guess.
she had such a weird kind of storyline, and now she's on Grindelwald's side for some reason. And also her trigger word is being called crazy, and like that's enough. Like to go way off and do something like.
Yeah.
I don't think we lose Jacob.
Yeah.
Fan favorite.
I don't think
He's
so
our
either.
comedic relief.
Yeah.
I think Credence plot-wise does work.
Okay.
I think especially if the whole Obscurus thing, and like now that he's learning magic, and from the trailers looks like he's dueling and stuff. I think Ezra Miller's bullcrap going on the side is another note, but I think Credence isn't anywhere in the textbooks or future or even remotely alluded to in the original texts. I don't think he has like a big part in history. I think that will be squandered quick, so the focus can be on like Newt and Tina and Dumbledore and Grindelwald fully. I think the whole baby sideline and who Credence is and Ariana like will be squashed, so you can like fully focus on these in the 4th and 5th films if we
So
get
we
that.
could see there being like a solid. We start with Credence abused orphan. Credence doesn't know who he is. Credence finds who he is, and like on death's door, like a Darth Vader kind of situation. And we're like, okay, we're good after the 3rd movie, and we can move on from Credence. Okay.
Prediction: Dumbledore wants to truly help Credence. Grindelwald exterminates him or kills him because he's expendable, and that's what leads Dumbledore to being like, yeah, let's get rid of this blood pact and
that's
actually
the
like
last
move
straw.
against him.
Okay. So I guess we can kind of get into the blood pact and like what we understand of it. Are you under the impression, as of right now, do you think if there was no blood pact, Dumbledore would be willing to go and duel Grindelwald?
I don't think so.
Not yet, I don't think.
Is it chess master?
Lingering emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And has he done anything like horrible yet? I don't remember.
On screen, no. I think it's implied or it's stated even that like, oh, he's a criminal. You know, he was arrested and was sent to trial for a reason. So there are some kind of Central European atrocities that have happened, or him causing some kind of riots, or like there are deaths maybe of Muggles even that have occurred. So we haven't been given a lot of that. You're right. Backstory of what exactly Crimes of Grindelwald. We watched the whole movie. We didn't get a lot of crimes necessarily. Maybe some brainwashing, gathering without the proper permits in like a cemetery.
He kills one baby, right?
Kills a baby. He actually lets his follower kill the baby. He sits there and looks at the baby.
Oh, interesting.
He abets crimes, I would say is fair. But I've heard that like as a specific critique of like, we better get some secrets of Dumbledore because we didn't get that many crimes of Grindelwald in the last one.
Yeah. And we talked about this before the pod. Like, what exactly does Grindelwald stand for? Like, what are they fighting?
Yeah.
Like, that hasn't been made clear to us.
You want to have a villain that is compelling. I mean, it's the Thanos, like, he kind of has a point. Like, you want to be able to buy into it to some extent. I don't know what they're wanting me to buy into exactly. It's just another wizards should have all the power, down with Muggles thing. I mean, which is not that differentiated from Voldemort for me. Do you guys have a different take on it? I mean, I know you said that was one of your favorite scenes.
Yeah.
Is Johnny Depp's Grindelwald campaign speech.
Yeah, that was a good scene. But I don't have any. It's very similar, at least so far, to Voldemort.
Yeah.
Did Voldemort get that from Grindelwald? Like that entire like mantra and message?
I wonder, like, is there a Mein Kampf floating around that like Voldemort read, like to learn about?
Yeah. Would it be, or would it
still
just be
alive.
like using the pensieve to see all of his
Maybe.
Grindelwald's
Okay, he's getting
memories.
Bathilda's memories and sticking them in there. Of him like writing manifestos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he was already a Slytherin. I don't know how young you would have to be able to start finding out about those things. Voldemort definitely has more of the pure blood aspect. He's trying to take over the wizarding world. Muggle deaths are funny but incidental, right? Whereas Grindelwald seems like, he's a demagogue. I want to rule. I want to be the king of the world, right, over all people, and intentionally subjugate Muggles.
And Voldemort was very breeding focused too, like pure bloods with pure bloods,
Right.
and like down with like mudblood Muggles. And I
true.
think you're right. Grindelwald's more
language.
of like wants to rule, like wants to be a ruler above. Like that makes sense. I think we just figured it out.
But it is not that much of a differentiation in terms of, you know, what the things that they're saying, the way they're saying it, the kinds of people they're recruiting. Like,
could you say the same thing about just wars in general? Right.
interesting. Like you know,
real life.
You can go
wars.
like Putin back to Stalin, back to like, you know, whenever you're seeing those kinds of demagogue turned dictators, it's always similar refrains that you're hearing. Yeah, that's probably true. Because there's only so many other angles. Like, what do you want to be? You want Grindelwald to be super into animals, or like aliens are coming down, or like have like a really hard stance in a way that's different.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, and he's using it as like hey, look at how bad these people are getting, right? So we need to make sure that we are more powerful than them.
Yeah. Because, I mean, for the greater good is his slogan, and that is not something that Voldemort was for power. Like, by the end of it, it was just like, for Voldemort, you know? And you will like it because you love Voldemort arbitrarily. So he is at least claiming to want like a utopia of sorts in which Muggles are beasts of burden, I think, to quote him. But that is different from, you said, breeding focused. I hadn't thought about that. I've never thought about that really, that Voldemort being actively obsessed with like promoting pure blood marriages and like
I always think back to that dinner scene at Malfoy Manor. Birthing.
Yeah, don't love that I said birthing.
I always think back to that scene of like Malfoy Manor where he's making fun of
Bellatrix's family.
Yeah, Bellatrix's family like getting married to a werewolf and stuff, and just she's Lita Lestrange. Not Lita. Is it Lita Lestrange? No, Matt. What's her name?
Tonks.
The Incursed child who sleeps with Voldemort. What's her name?
Oh.
Bellatrix.
Bellatrix. Yeah.
Bellatrix. How Bellatrix was like sickened by that and like stuck her tongue out and was like, that's where the breeding
That
thing
is-
came from.
Again, hilarious that the way you reference Bellatrix was the
You know,
first
the
cursed
lady.
child.
It's so hated. It's so imprinted in my mind. It's so bad.
Yeah, that's true. That's 100% true. And I wonder if that comes back to the fact that he is a half-blood. I mean, there's, you know, the Hitler parallels, but like Hitler wasn't blonde hair, blue eyes. Like there's a lot of things, you know, that he's obsessed about his own parentage and the way that his Muggle father, you know, was cruel to his witch mother, even though she like had him under a spell and stuff like that. So it's tough. It's tough stuff. So we least likely character death besides Dumbledore. We think Jacob, Newt, maybe even.
Newt's impossible because they have kids.
They do have kids. That is accurate. Is what I've
So
heard.
Tina's off the books too.
Okay. So if we take them out as options, we think Jacob is as the comedic guy. We're not going to lose him yet. Also our token Muggle.
I don't think Queenie could be killed just because I think they're going to have that redeeming arc.
Yeah, not yet at least.
She
Would-
and Jacob end up together kind of thing.
Would they have the guts to rip that love apart and like break the audience's heart? Do you think they'd have the guts to do that?
I mean, they had a fight scene like in the first third of the second movie where they, you know, he thinks about calling her crazy and she leaves.
I mean, she
and-
roofied him for what, months?
Yeah, sham engagement. I don't blame him by any means. I mean, I'm on the guy's side there. You know, women be crazy or whatever.
Goodness
I mean,
gracious.
men are stupid, but men are stupid. Like that's true. You know, whenever like I'm in an office full of women where they're like, "Oh, men are so stupid," I'm like, "That's fair," and I take that. But also, women are crazy. And they always go, "Yeah, actually, there's fairness to that." So I try to, you know, keep it even on both sides and stuff like that. Well, you know, the podcast, like, no one's taking me like totally literally, you know. And if you think
Right.
it would be difficult, like, you can take anything out of context, I guess, but like the hundreds of hours that I've spent talking about Harry Potter, I don't think I've come off as like being
Right.
sincerely sexist.
Right.
This isn't a, well, I don't, there's other podcasts that I have, you know, I don't listen to that I would happily denigrate, but I don't know how everyone feels about some of those things.
Sure.
There were times when I would say something and be like, "Oh, Braden does not agree with me here." Like, we are not on the same page about
That's
the
funny.
role of Fox News in modern American society, like stuff like that. Because like I feel strongly one way and he apparently does not.
Oh, that's
So,
funny.
But anyway, I'm sure there's 0% chance he's listening to this, so it's fine. Love you, Braden. Come on the pod. Hannah, actually, Braden, don't listen to this. Hannah, you come on the pod.
Talk about something she doesn't know, even remotely.
She's a nurse, okay? So I think asking her how long it would take someone to bleed out if they had their hand chopped off.
Oh, absolutely. I
You
would
can
agree
give
with
me
you.
you can guess. I'm not holding you to it. Oh, you mean talk about Harry Potter, which is
Yeah, I was talking
remotely-
about the Harry Potter. You're
I-
talking about Fantastic Beasts.
I'm
Like,
happy to talk to her about whatever she wants to talk about. If she would come on the pod, we can talk about nursing. We can talk about your high school dance career. You can talk about,
Baby X-rays.
baby X-rays. That's
My
a
favorite.
professional interest of hers now. We can talk about the city of Evansville, Indiana. We can talk about whatever.
City of
That's where she went to college. I'm running out of things about Hannah. She's definitely not listening to this, so that's a safe place to go. Most likely character death we agree is Credence.
I would think so.
Okay. For it just fits with a multitude of reasons. Okay.
Credence or Theseus?
Oh, okay. Did you know the guy that plays Theseus is like 8 years younger than Eddie Redmayne?
You can see it.
Yeah.
You think? I mean, he's got the taller, like broader thing, which helps. My other prediction was going to be Blood Pact related. We sort of talked about that. We touched on it. Do we think? How does one break a blood pact? Is it just like a you physically destroy it situation? Does Dumbledore really need to just feeling like he wants to break it? Is it like an emotional component?
I feel like a beast has to be involved somehow to
Yeah.
break it. I think that might be the only way.
Something blood related, like a vampire bat.
Right.
A leech.
A leech, a massive,
Keep-
a big dune
Name
worm.
a more blood-related animals challenge. Go, JT. You can't name vampire bat
Yeah.
or leech.
Come back to me.
Okay. Nate?
The mummy beetle that gets under your skin.
Okay. Okay.
What a reference.
What about? Okay, I'm gonna go lice. Right. That's
Yeah.
what they feed on.
Yeah. I got nothing, man. There has to be like a funny
Put you on
answer
the
here,
spot.
right?
Right. That's what,
That's what
one of us was gonna get
trying to
the
get
funny
to.
one.
I think
Like
Nate
a
got it.
snake of some kind. Yeah, a dung beetle or whatever.
The only thing I can think of is
said.
blood orange, right? Like that's nothing.
Blood orange. Got it.
Yeah.
There it is. Brought it around. You said you don't think you said you think the blood pact is the only thing is not the only thing keeping Dumbledore from fighting Grindelwald. Even without it, right now he is not in a state of mind where he wants to go do so.
I don't think he's jumping at the seams to
And
do
you
that.
agreed.
Yeah, I think he's kind of turning a blind eye to it.
Yeah.
I would
it has
assume.
to be something that occurs that's going to make him more upset. Credence related, possibly.
Yeah.
Because it reminds him of Ariana, Obscurials, all that stuff. I don't know which one, Obscurious or Obscurial, what those are in reference to. Credence is an Obscurial, so he has an Obscurus.
Yeah, I got no idea.
Is it just a plural? I don't know either.
No
It's a
idea.
great question.
Do the blood packs need to be destroyed together? You know, they have to be crushed into each other somehow, back in between their hands.
Yeah.
Are they both wearing one, or just the one that Jude Law has is the blood pact?
The one that Abernathy had in his mouth for a while. Abernathy is the dude that
Yeah.
flirted with Queenie and then became obsessed with Grindelwald and cut out his tongue.
Yeah.
He had it stuck in his mouth at the beginning of the third one when he was in a carriage full of seawater with the British or like the French Prime Minister or something like that.
Wow. I am so glad
I
you watched
forgot
these
about
movies
all
recently.
that,
Yeah,
like
I
that
know.
that
I
escape
know.
scene.
I know.
I forgot about that.
Is that the only? So you're saying that might be the only one? And so if
But Jude Law has one too, right? So they both
Yeah,
have
I think
one.
they would both have one.
so now Jude Law has both of them, because the Niffler steals it from
yeah.
Grindelwald at the end of the second
Wow.
one. So that's Jude Law definitely has that one now.
Okay.
That's facts. That's like the last thing that happens is Newt shows it to him and he's like, "Whoa!" And Newt's like, "Do you think you can break it?" And he goes, "Maybe." And then like that's all. Like that's their conversation.
It
about
has
it.
to
And
be
we're like,
beast
okay.
related then to break that thing. Is it the same pact that Snape and Narcissa made?
So that is an unbreakable vow,
Yeah.
That's it.
which is different from a blood pact, probably somehow.
I would assume the unbreakable vow makes it more of a prophecy, right? Where like in that, not that it is a prophecy, but in that now no matter what you do, it's going to happen, right? Your actions are going to lead to this thing happening.
Okay, which is you dying if you break the
If you don't do it.
Right.
Whereas a blood pact doesn't leave the option for you to do it. It's just you can't do it.
Yeah.
Like you agreed not to fight each other, and because the blood pact still exists, you can't break it and you'll die if you do it. You just can't.
Yeah. Yeah. You think that they use the Chamber of Secrets and
Yeah.
the
Fang?
basilisk down there to try and break the blood pact?
That basilisk we know is alive and will stay alive for the next 80 years.
Mm-hmm.
We're pre Tom Riddle, so I don't know who's opening it up. And they're just like dangling. They're like bullfighting it and trying to get it to like come attack
Yeah.
the blood pact.
No
Maybe.
idea.
It's got to be a swooping evil or like
They
Yeah.
could
something
send
to do with that.
send
Fox.
Fox down there with the blood
Yeah.
pact.
Yeah.
Is that Fox, that Phoenix, by the way?
I don't know. How
I
many
would-
Phoenix's names do we know?
I would assume so. But
What if there's another one and his name is Guy?
Think he does a barrel roll?
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so we don't know enough about what blood packs are and how they work to make really good predictions about them. But we don't think that they're going to fight until the fifth one, the fifth movie, because that's the famous duel between them.
yeah.
Okay,
Or the fourth movie if this one doesn't do well.
right. And then they're like, well, you know, it's just right. Andrew Redmayne signed on for 5. We'll have him do something else. It'll be fine. We'll have him play a different physicist or something.
Or read another audiobook?
Yeah, that's true. We can always read another audiobook. It's a good call. Let's do a little round of Do We Care? We'll do a Braden's beef drop here because we haven't had enough drops. Do we care? Do we care? And it would have been better if you guys could hear it, and I get it, but I also don't know how that would work. We have to have like a speaker hooked up or something. So I have written down 5 things so far for Do We Care. I didn't tell Nate what these were ahead of time. I wanted them to be a little bit more of a surprise. So, when I was writing these, I had in mind that we would be maybe slightly more familiar with the details of the last 2 movies than it turns out we are, which I don't want to come across as being upset or insulted at all. That's just where we're at, right? So you might not remember who or what this is immediately, but if you think about it, you might figure it out. So the first one is, do we care about Bunty? Do we know who that is?
No.
No.
Don't know
Bunty's
who it is?
the caretaker for Newt Scamander.
Newt's
She takes care of the beast while
That's right.
She's who openly thirsts over
Oh, yeah,
Newt
she's
and is
so-
like, should you take off your shirt when you do
Yeah.
that?
No, I don't care there.
Don't care.
she's part of their like Fab Five,
Yeah.
like Sexy Six is what they call it, I guess.
Posters,
But of that group, yeah, and she's like on posters now, like so she's an amplified character. But I don't.
Interesting.
They have way too many characters as there is.
Okay, we don't care about Bunty.
I don't care.
Do we care?
Is she the most likely to die?
I'm gonna go with no, just because I don't feel like she's that most likely to be involved in
Yeah.
a battle.
Yeah.
She's most likely to be hanging back in Newt's like super cool basement, taking care of snow leopards or whatever.
His basement or his suitcase?
Either one,
Yeah.
because we've only seen her in the basement at his house.
Yeah.
But I don't know why she wouldn't also be in. Does he retire? He doesn't retire the suitcase. I don't know. I don't know why he has both of them. Do we care about Newt's demiguise, Dougal, who was hanging out in the Macy's department store, who all we've seen do is know that the augury was going to grow exponentially and then walk away? Do we care? Dougal, we care. Had to see that coming.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
That's fine.
Too cool. We care. No, absolutely not.
Do we care? Do we care has always been allowed to, if the answer is no, the answer is
Yeah.
no. You don't have to expound on
Yeah,
that.
it feels like there's always an animal that's shoehorned in there because it's, or excuse me, a beast that's shoehorned in there because it's called.
Hoof-horned.
Yeah, there you go. Because it's called Fantastic Beasts, right? I don't know. I care more about what's the walking stick.
Pickett?
Pickett. Yeah,
Sure.
I care more about that.
Pickett regularly openly saving
Yeah.
Newt's
Oh, yeah.
life.
Yeah,
Like,
His
repeatedly.
attitude's so cute too.
yeah. I
So we
remember
don't-
we got like little, because we went to the Tuesday showing last time. We got little Pickett and Niffler
Pins.
And the
pins.
Niffler got a name for this one, right?
Teddy.
Teddy? Yeah. But he was just calling him Niffler
Yeah.
in the first movie. So, what happened there?
Just gives him a name between
Yeah.
like 2 and 3.
We just named him. Maybe Tina was like, "Oh my gosh, name him! No, you have to name him."
You think
He does really girly.
Oh my
now.
God.
He does a Valley
Dumbledore
Girl
just
now.
knows him somehow?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I guess it could be. Do we care about Ezra Miller, the actor, in his future?
No.
No, we don't care.
I actually do.
We do care.
I do care a little bit what
got
happens like
competing
in
I
this.
care about him as a human being.
Sure.
I don't care about him as a human being, even though the Bible tells us to. For WB and Harry Potter's sake, I do care about like his career in these films.
Because
And
they
I-
were kind of trying to launch him into a little more of something than he
Yeah.
already was, right?
Right. Exactly. And I think you said this earlier. My main goal is to have these films like be successful and actually
Right.
good movies.
That
And
gives
I-
us the best chance of there being future Harry Potter properties and them funding actually decent iPhone games instead of really weird to bad ones. Like the Match 3 game.
Yeah.
I haven't downloaded that one even.
Yeah.
I did download the Pokemon Go one.
I played that for a while.
Yeah, but then it stopped working for
Yep.
me. I actually recently got back into Hogwarts Mystery, where you're
Did
a
you
kid at
really?
Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
And
played that
spent-
for a long
I spent a
time.
few weeks. I'm in the 5th year.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it takes so long to make
Yeah.
progress.
Yeah.
Like you can get on 5 times a day, feel like you're really putting in the work.
Yeah.
And it will be like after a week you've moved up 1/40th towards the next year. Like just
wild.
a little chapter. I mean it's
Yeah. That's
It's-
one of the reasons why I stopped playing.
right. It is monetizing the crap out of you. Like they want you to pay to jump ahead some chapters and to, be able to, have a girlfriend and stuff. Like, holy cow.
I downloaded the Lego Harry Potter games and
Okay.
played all those.
I have that. I
On
did
my-
get
on the
them
phone.
on your phone.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I would do that at Zimmer Biomet when we were working there. Just
Really?
at my desk. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sorry, Sarah.
R.I.P. Sarah, who's definitely listening. Sarah, come on the pod. I don't know you, but you're welcome to
Yeah.
come on the pod. What's 968-768-8370, something like
That
that?
sounds right.
It sounds right, but I still don't know. It's 978 Potter 0, right?
Yeah.
Sarah, call in. Let us know how you felt about JT as an employee /
She loved
coworker. Okay.
The new Harry Potter video game that's dropping like this holiday looks incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know a ton about this. Fill me in.
What is it called? Is it? Shoot, let me.
I don't remember, but I remember looking at it and saying, like, wow, that seems like it would be a more fun Harry Potter game. You know, like,
Than the ones you've played to this point.
yeah, than the ones that have come out
Hey,
recently.
you must have not played Chamber of Secrets on Game Boy.
No, I didn't.
Okay, because I did.
It's called Hogwarts Legacy, and it's
Yes.
coming out on
Okay, I've heard
Switch,
those
Xbox,
words.
PS4.
In that order.
It's a upcoming action role playing video game developed by Avalanche Software, and it looks like the open world. It
Yeah.
looks
It
incredible.
looks like the game you want.
And
And you almost want it to be an MMO. Would be
Yeah.
maybe ideal, but that's hard.
And you can choose to be good or bad. It's all the decisions you make.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's like a KOTOR situation. It's the Knights of the Old Republic, like
Yeah. No, exactly.
really
Yep.
Based, like it's got a pretty robust engine for that. Wow.
Yeah, and I think you go through all years of Hogwarts, and then you decide, and then you go on to be what you want, and then good or evil. Pretty cool.
Wow. I don't have a lot of experience with Western RPGs. I mean, I've played
Red Dead.
Pokemon. You know, I mean, it's mostly JRPG type stuff.
Oh, I thought you were
You're
talking
talking about
about
Red
like
Dead Redemption, like actual Westerns?
Yeah, westerns.
Oh,
I was like,
Western developed RPGs,
Yes, okay.
Which are more decision making based or more real time as opposed to like turn based, like really classic Final Fantasy or whatever. Because I'm a Nintendo guy and I'm not gonna get a lot of Final Fantasy even lately. So interesting though. We'll have to play it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have Switch Online. You don't have a Switch, but if it's
Gotta get a
co-op,
Switch,
we can
Nate.
do something like that.
I got a PC.
Really excited for Splatoon 3.
yeah,
Okay, love Splatoon. Trying to get a squad together. Join up. We can get a Discord.
I am garbage at any shooting game.
That's fine.
So bad.
You can
man.
you can take a roller. You can do that thing.
I got Splatoon 2 and just so bad at it.
Okay, I will, if you want to like play to get better, I will play. I always want someone to play Splatoon. It's like I love only people that play online now are people that are super good though. So we could do the
That's the
co-op
problem.
mode. We could do Salmon Run or something. I love it. Eric Tetherow. Eric will play with us.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we can do some Splatoon. You get it. You know about Splatoon.
I play a bunch of first-person shooters.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
This is a third person painter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a third person
Wait,
like
painter?
ground cover thing. Yeah, so the main mode in Splatoon is the winning team at the end is whichever team has the more of their color of paint on the
Painted
map.
on a map.
So
Okay.
You're like covering it's
Yeah.
capture the flag ish, but you're painting the map as you're going
and
places.
but you can paint straight over someone else's. It's,
Yeah.
it's not difficult. You know, you're just spraying paint. So obviously it's helpful to, you know, kill people and like make them respawn, but it is not in and of itself the end goal.
Man, I want to know strategy of this now.
I know it's wild because there's all kinds of different like you know you're thinking of spray paint guns. There's buckets of paint you can toss. There's like rollers or paint brushes. So you know speed versus whatever else. So yeah, and I'm good, but I'm not like I understand really proper strategy to beat like Japanese people. Like that's not happening. So that's just the way it is. Tetris is the same way. Like I'm really good, but I can't. There's a wall and you run into it. Like
yeah,
It's like chess.
it's like me trying to make it
Probably.
to the NBA. I'm
Yeah.
6 foot and 150 pounds. I'm
Yeah.
not making it.
yeah, but you're good.
I'm not
at
lightning
basketball.
fast.
I remember intramurals. I was around.
Right.
You're good. Were you ever on a team that won intramurals? Like a Kent 2 situation, like
No.
senior year? No.
No, we I was off campus senior year and we
Oh, that's
we
tough.
split up. I was too kind. Like I think we could have won if I had like put together a team, but
Yeah.
I always wanted to make everyone enjoy it. So we kind of split the teams up evenly at that point. I didn't have that killer instinct. I didn't have
you
mama
gotta go
mentality.
for it. You got to take over. You got to be taking all the shots. You know,
right.
you know you're the team's best player. You're putting
Right.
the game on their back. Yeah. Okay.
Best player at Grace College intramurals.
Yeah, that's it's something. Judson will come at you for saying that. I don't know.
That's true.
Something to put on your resume.
Yeah.
Up there with Brett Walther and yeah. Do we care about obscurists? Obscurials.
Obscuri.
Obscuroxen. Obscurify.
I do not, because I just think of like, it's magic that was like bullied down, right? That was inwardly, like I just think of Mr. Filch. Like, where's his? Like, I mean, I guess he was just a squib.
Yeah, he didn't have any magic to repress.
That's fair.
I think I care about it, but maybe only for this movie.
Okay.
Like the first 3 movies.
If they drag it out more, you're going to be like, okay, we're overdoing the Obscurus thing.
Yes.
Okay.
For Ariana's sake, I care about it.
From the beginning, when they were introduced, I was like, okay, we're explaining what happened with Ariana a little bit, which I appreciated in that, trigger warning. Like, the Ariana stuff I felt like always carried rape connotations, which sucks. I mean, it doesn't make it not true. I mean, I don't think it should not be in literature just because it's uncomfortable to talk about. And if we get a little bit of a different explanation than that to like what came up with Obscuruses, then like, okay, like we can make that a little bit easier to talk about those kinds of things. I mean, I can see there being positives that come from that. But I don't know if I care about Credence's. Because he can control it so well now.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
In the second movie, he never is shaking and it's coming out of him and he can't stop it. He's just like, I'm Obscurus, man. I Obscurus when I need to.
Yeah.
Like, that's... I don't know. I don't know if I love that.
Secret Tim is he's always angry. Just like the Hulk.
Oh, it's a Hulk situation? Right? Yeah. But they're supposed to die by age 10. Like, you can't control it.
Right.
Do we care about... Now, get ready for me to name another character that you don't remember is in this movie. Yusuf Kama.
No.
What?
No, I do not.
This?
Don't care or don't remember?
I do remember him. He had the story, but he was at odds with the Lestrange family, and it was he was wrapped in that entire story with the baby. And
his dad was
his prophecy,
pure blood.
Yeah,
okay. Interesting.
He's part of that group too now, right? Like he's following them.
He went with the good guys.
Yeah, I think he's with Newt and everybody.
Yeah.
Like to start this film. He and Bunty can go grab something else and go on their own.
This is a family podcast, Nate. Good night.
They can go on their own side quest.
Newt pulled some kind of tentacle thing out of his eye. You might remember that.
I do remember that
in Nicholas Flamel's house. Nicholas Flamel was in that movie.
Yeah.
What?
Wow. And the Sorcerer's Stone had that little glimmer right there.
He was only in it for 3 minutes total of screen time, and most of that he was getting his fingers broken.
Yeah, he was nothing but comic relief.
We were not using Nicholas Flamel properly. Yeah, he teaches them how to look inside their hearts to use Protego better at the very end, and that's it.
You're telling me that guy's still alive during the Sorcerer's Stone in Harry's first year?
Yeah, it's because of the Sorcerer's Stone. Yeah, he infinite life. At this point, he's already 500 some, because he dies at 667, I think, and this is 60 or 70 years before that. So
he's just so brittle.
Have you guys seen Atlanta, the Donald Glover vehicle? FX?
No,
I've only seen a couple episodes, but I need to watch it.
Gotcha. There's an episode.
Tell me, there's Nicholas Flamel in Atlanta
where Donald Glover is in whiteface, late stage Michael Jackson kind of vibe is what he's going for, and it looks kind of like Nicholas Flamel. Just like the sort of weird plastic pastiness that Nicholas Flamel has going on, and the wide set eyes, and looking kind of weirdly feminine for some reason with his hair.
Yeah.
Who played him? Who played him in that film?
I do not know. I have not heard.
So many questions.
That is all I had for Do We Care? Do you guys have any deep cuts that you want to bring up to ask if we or I care about them from, and I think Rachel and Jeremy would think it would be amusing to give you guys the floor here for questions about, behind the scenes of Recorded in Muggle's perspective, anything you always wish you knew about how any of that stuff went or where I'm at now, or, a pretty open book. Not a lot of topics I have not talked about.
Was it always right here or was it mostly over Skype calls?
It was almost entirely over Skype calls. Yeah, for sure. I guess it wasn't technically Skype, but things like Skype calls. Braden lived in Lafayette for the majority of the run, moved to the Greenwood area during kind of filming reading the fifth book, maybe sixth. So it was a lot of that. We mostly got together for movie pods, and even then we didn't get together for them all the time. Were you around when we tried to watch the first movie? we tried to like live stream it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And there was just, it was 100% it was the second movie. It was all technical difficulties.
Yeah.
We tried like Google Hangouts, and now they have that thing on, I don't know if it's Zoom or something where you can kind of like launch a movie with your friends all at the same time because of the pandemic and stuff. But we couldn't make it happen. And it was so bad, Nate. I don't know do you remember this?
I remember getting on Facebook trying to watch one like before. I can't remember if it was
We did live stream us successfully watching the first movie because we were in the same room, and we just had a camera focused on us.
Yeah.
And me being like, Braden, what'd you think about that? And he's like, yeah, we're watching the Harry Potter movie. And it was like, this isn't good podcasting. Like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Which, you live and learn with how some of that stuff went. So I think we got better as it went on.
Oh yeah.
We did. Have you ever been to the Silvius's house?
Yes.
Have you been to the movie theater? So we watched a couple of the movies there.
Oh, nice.
And that was a good movie watching experience. Yeah, that's, plenty of room to spread out. And then, we're filming right in there while Rachel jumps in the pool or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You done?
I watched March Madness there before, back in the day, years ago.
I can imagine. Next time Pacers in the finals in 2026, rent it out.
2026.
Yeah, led by Tyrese Halliburton and what's my guy from Iowa that everyone is mocks to the Pacers at
Chris
5?
Duarte? Yeah, I don't remember his name.
I don't remember his name, but people think he's
Oregon.
Good. I don't know. Chris Duarte is going to be retired by 2026. He's so old. He's already like almost 25 or something.
Yeah.
He might be 25.
I like him a lot, though.
Yeah, absolutely. But he's not the world's highest upside
Yeah.
kind of guy. This is Pacers Corner now. JT's a big Pacers fan, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So do
Huge
you
Pacers
do
fan.
League Pass? Do you do radio? Do you do
I
illegal streams?
I bum off my parents' stream because I grew up in Indianapolis, so they still live down there, and I get their. It's called Bally Sports now.
Yeah,
whatever.
Hard pass.
It's horrible.
I would pay for cable if they would show me Pacers games.
Yeah, same.
So I get League Pass now
Yeah, it's nice that the Bulls are blacked out up here, not the Pacers.
Right.
So, but
on League Pass. Yeah, I'm always looking. Right, last year Drew Lyon shared my League Pass. We just split the cost of it.
There you go.
He's probably going to drop out this next year. So if anyone
go.
wants in, you'd be.
I might go half seas with you.
yeah, I may need to. We'll find out.
Yeah, that's how I do it. Any other questions? Anything you guys want to ask? I've been doing a lot of the talking.
Back to do you care? Do you care about Jacob and Queenie's relationship? Genuinely?
I think I do care about Jacob and Queen. The relationship part, you start to lose me. I care about Jacob. I feel like he's a good classic avatar for the audience. I like the actor a lot. I think Dan Fogler is really good. He's who I have seen having the most kind of character arc, I think. Going from knowing nothing to he's learning these things and he's excited and but he's honest with Queenie at different times. So I care about Jacob, and if that means I have to care about the relationship, then that's fine. But what I don't know how to feel about is the mind reading, like, and how that would play into being in a relationship. He can't ever be upset because she gets to even hold it in because she can see what he's thinking. Now he's in trouble for that still. I don't love that, but I don't mind that as a movie device. Like, just because I don't love something doesn't mean I'm not interested in exploring how it would actually play out. So I'm not shipping them and living and dying by how it goes. But I like an original character. I don't want everything to be, Travers, where it's like, oh, that's Travers' dad or whatever. Like, okay, like, cool. He's just a pre-Death Eater. Like, I like the idea of having some new original characters that are being well written for and aren't boxed in.
Yeah, and that's one of the problems with it being a movie first, not a book.
Absolutely.
Right? Where you have to, in the books, you're able to have all this backstory, and then you jump into a movie and go, okay, yeah, I know this person. I know what they're about.
I haven't even thought about that. That's a great point.
So I don't know.
If JKR wrote a book, would you be back in? Would you be like, okay, the fantastic, the book adaptation of these movies?
Oh, yeah.
Would we be excited for that?
I'd dive right back in.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would.
You're telling me you haven't read all the script books that come out a week after the movies?
I've not.
Horrible. Don't do it.
I haven't even done the what's his name? Robert Galbraith.
The mystery novels?
Yeah, the mystery novel she writes. Have you guys? I don't know. If
I've read the Cuckoo's Calling, the first one.
Okay, is it good?
Yeah, really good.
Okay, so I should look into it.
Yes.
Okay, I'm interested in it.
Question for you, since you kind of, Rogie, you stayed off the trailers. Do you think that Jacob actually can do magic?
Oh, yeah, we didn't even get into Brayden's beef about the wand. I certainly hope not.
I'm the same way.
I think that's so anti. And back to Mr. Filch, like, why didn't Dumbledore, out of the kindness of his heart, like, give him a wand that can do magic, even though he's a squib or anti-no-mash folk? I'm going to be super frustrated if Dumbledore, like, is able to give him a wand that protects him or limits him on certain spells, like in certain. That's so.
Could you see, what wand does Grindelwald have right now?
The Elder Wand.
He has
you
the Elder Wand?
You see it in the second movie at least because it's so distinct.
Yeah. I couldn't remember. I thought maybe there was another twin core situation and Dumbledore gives Jacob that wand and it automatically protects him or something. Yeah. But if he's using the Elder Wand, who knows?
Yeah, how's that going to work with the greatest battle ever?
Could it be...
Because he wins that.
Could it be the Blood Pact somehow connects their wands so they can't fight each other?
Maybe.
So then when Jacob... Does Dumbledore give Jacob a wand? Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. So then when he gives him the wand, it will automatically, protect him.
It's not a bad idea.
I like that we're getting into the wild speculation prediction.
That's a good prediction.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. I mean, I agree with you. I don't want him to just arbitrarily be able to do magic. It's okay to have different people that can and can't do certain things. No one loves the newer Star Wars movies where now everyone's a Jedi, everyone can use lightsabers, everyone's special means no one is kind of thing. Everyone's a Palpatine for some reason. So, yeah, I mean, I think he's better. There's more interesting places to go with him staying as a Muggle.
Yeah. We relate to him in that way.
Yeah.
Like, what if we were thrown in the story right here?
Right.
And now, like, Dumbledore's just handing out wands to protect yourself. Like,
see, when I hear Dumbledore's handing out wands, I think about early in the second movie when there's like his glove. He has a disembodied glove that's like beckoning to Newt and stuff. So I'm wondering if Jacob's like wearing it, and so that's how he gets around the Blood Pact. Is that he's doing the magic and like controlling it, like he's guy in the chairing it back from in Hogwarts.
Yeah.
He's the Alfred, like back
he's
on the PC.
Ned. He's his Ned. Yeah.
Interesting.
I like that. That's a good prediction. Like that glove come back into play. That'd be pretty sweet.
It doesn't make any sense, but I don't know how magic works.
Right.
Who does? Just JKR. And she made the trolley witch thing, so.
So true.
Who can trust anyone anymore?
It's true.
She doesn't respond on Twitter anymore either, so.
Yeah, well. Yeah, not about Harry Potter stuff, that's for darn sure.
That's it.
What do you care about anything else?
What is your prediction out of 10 what this movie will be that we're seeing tomorrow night?
Critical reception or my personal?
Your personal.
Feelings? My prediction?
Critical reception is going to be dog water, guaranteed.
The first one got like a 77% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What'd the second one get?
Like 37.
That's a good question. I try and go into it with just, hey, this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
And unless there's something that is like drastically horrible, it's probably going to be a 6 or a 7. Like, without having any real, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, backstory to any of these characters other than like Dumbledore, really. Like,
like investment, really.
Right, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Like, I'm similar to the Hobbit movies. Like, I went in to have a fun time more, right? Like, they are not they are not great movies, but if you go in without knowledge of the book, it's a fun movie.
It is. There's the barrel riding and the singing, and dwarves and elves marrying one another and stuff. That's
but
fun.
if you know the book, it is just a horrible
it's
movie.
Not a good adaptation.
So
of the book.
No.
I haven't rewatched those in a long time.
I found someone made a book version of the movie where they cut out all of the extra crap.
So it's 25 minutes long.
No, it's like 4 hours and 20 minutes long. Like, it's legitimately all of the movies put together without any of the extra fluff.
Wow.
And it's decent at that point.
Yeah.
Snyder cut.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
the Hobbit movies. I mean, I like Martin Freeman as as Bilbo. I don't have any problem with that. Obviously, love Martin Freeman as Dr. Watson. I don't know if we want to talk about Sherlock. I do that thing where like I assume that we like Harry Potter, so that means you guys all like all this stuff I like. So I'll just keep referencing all those things.
I love Sherlock.
Okay. Yeah, I love Sherlock. Braden loves Sherlock. Braden,
Hey,
come
there
on the
you
pod.
go.
We'll talk about Sherlock.
I really wanted to get what's his name? All I can think of is Adam Scott, and that's not correct. The guy who plays Moriarty.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what his name is, but he's in like
what's his
Fleabag
name?
season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really wanted to get the sunglasses that he wears when he comes off the helicopter in one of the episodes of Sherlock. They're like $500. I was like, oy. Okay, never mind there. Actually, funny story about him. When my wife and I took a trip to London, and we were just hanging out, walking along the river right next to where the Globe is, and I see a little French or English bulldog. I don't know what the difference is between them, honestly. But I see some dude's walking it. The guy's got a hat pulled down low. And we're like, oh, that's an awesome dog, whatever. And Katie kind of looks up and goes, wait, I think that's Moriarty, whatever his real name. I think that's him. What? And like, then we look just past him, and posted on the wall of the Globe is a big picture of him, and he's starring as like Hamlet or something like that, and he's just there walking his dog.
Because that's just where he's at.
Yeah, real weird.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love a like incognito celebrity sighting.
Yeah. And you recognize him by a dog first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a little Boston Terrier or whatever.
Yeah.
Those are like Frenchies, right? I don't know.
He was Inspector too. I'm a big Bond fan, so I'm afraid with like Mads being, I'll see like Le Chiffre the entire time.
Yeah.
Because like I've seen Casino Royale millions of times.
Yeah.
So
I'm terrified I'll see that.
I have seen Quantum of Solace once in high school. That's my Bond.
What?
That's the worst. That's literally the worst one.
I mean, from Sean Connery, Pierce Brosnan, all the way up. I mean, that's it. That's all I've got. That's
Oh
all
my
I've seen.
word.
Wow.
Watch Casino Royale and you'll be in love. Guaranteed.
Is Daniel Craig actually giving up the mantle
Yeah, he's
for
done.
this last one?
Yeah.
And it's now the new Bond's going to be like a black woman or something?
They haven't said who it was.
They haven't said.
Well, what's his name?
Idris Elba, why not?
I would love him,
He's too old.
Hello.
but the
No, that's the cast of The Office.
but didn't someone who is incorporated with James Bond said, "Oh, it could never be a black guy." It's like, well, what? Come on now,
Oh my word.
that's silly.
The rumor is that it's going to be a 60s timepiece. Instead of going with they're going to go back and do like a 60s timepiece James Bond.
Yeah, go back to your cigarette smoking, shaken, not stirred ladies' man.
Yep.
Less like jumping cars over trains. And
Super aggressive with women and appropriate comments.
Yeah.
Bond that we all know and love.
stuff.
Yeah.
Exciting. So there we go. So you guys haven't seen Atlanta. I haven't seen James Bond movies.
They're so classy. You need to watch them.
What's the thing? What else? What's another one that like only you have watched that we don't like? We're not into. Big.
I'm working my way through The Wire again. Finally,
Okay, I've never seen The
I
Wire.
need to start that.
it's very good. Speaking of Idris Elba,
Okay, is that HBO?
HBO.
Okay, I only recently got access to HBO. Shout out producer Jeremy.
There you go. So season 1 is incredible. Season 2 drops off. Season 3 and 4 are arguably 2 of the best seasons of any TV show ever.
Really?
Yeah. And then season 5 is not. It's fine.
It's only the 5 seasons.
Right. It is well worth your time.
It can be hard to convince Rachel that we need to dive into a drama. She's
Hour-long.
much more excited to do a comedy.
Yeah.
Like we're doing Modern Family right now. But
Yeah.
we did do Breaking Bad. It took us quite a while.
Yeah.
It is you cannot binge them like you can
Correct.
Modern Family or Community.
Same with The Wire.
Yeah.
Yep. You are watching 1 episode a night.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 if you're feeling it.
Yeah. And then go palate cleanser.
Yeah. It's very good though.
Yeah. Okay.
I've done my trip like through HBO. I've watched like Succession, then Ballers, and then what was the other one I finished from there? The really popular one.
Like Veep.
Veep's
I
fun.
haven't done. I should. Well, I feel like we're getting to the point where we can continue having this conversation. And maybe it's not
Is
being
anyone
recorded.
listening?
Yeah, feel free if you guys have thoughts on. I'm being very optimistic. I'm sure there's people out there that are never unsubscribed, and I appreciate that, and we love you guys. we've always really appreciated the fact that we have fans. Oh, let's put on the outro music. Love an outro music. How do we feel about the outro music? We didn't always have it.
I'm fine with it.
Okay, but we do like, you liked it when it happened. You were like, okay, that's fine.
I think so.
Okay, we got the outro music going.
Well done.
We appreciate your guys' support. Anyone that's still listening is a real fan, and we definitely love you guys. Hit us up.
I'm anxious to hear what Carla has to say.
Voicemail. Yeah, love to hear what Carla thinks. Love to hear what Chad
Gotta
thinks.
have
Be
Chad.
more like Chad. Call in, text us. I'm sure I still have access to that line. Shoot us an email, mugglesperspective@gmail.com. Message me on Instagram. We have a Facebook page. Shouts to anyone that has ever used the Facebook page, because it's not me. I would love to have done that, and we talked about having a social media manager, but man, it's a lot. Shouts to Nate and JT for coming over to my house.
Oh, yeah.
And
Thanks for having
meeting
us.
my dogs and having a fun conversation, guys. We'll get to decide where we're going to dinner tomorrow night before the movie. If you have recommendations for where we should have gone, by the time you're reading this, hearing this will be past tense. But tell me where I should have gone in Fort Wayne to dinner. That isn't, you don't want to go to like Culver's like I go to here in Warsaw. They're building a second Culver's.
Here in Warsaw?
Yeah.
Why do you need two?
I don't know.
That's what I was
We don't need a Chipotle. We don't need a Chick-fil-A. We need a second Culver's.
You guys got Popeyes though.
Yeah,
It's true, we do have Popeyes.
We like that we got Popeyes. We're happy. So yeah, let us know what you guys think about Fantastic Beasts. Any closing thoughts from our distinguished guests today?
Nope.
No, excited the conversation doesn't end here. Pumped for the movie tomorrow. Maybe we can come back on and talk post-movie
Yeah, and
analysis.
we can maybe start limiting ourselves to like, we really are going to talk about this. We'll talk about the NBA for half an hour, and that's what this podcast will be about, as opposed to just feeling like we have to jam it all in. So appreciate you guys humoring me. I mean, no one that booted this up expected anything incredibly topical the entire time, and I assume at this point that like that's why you like listening to my podcast, is because you're okay with the tangents. And if you're not, then like I'm sorry that you're choosing to continue to download and listen to it, and I wish I could be the person you want me to be. That's, I guess, Rogi signing off for Mullers Perspective.